I believe the indictment is the tip of the iceberg.
Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. The occurrence was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus. We know that in most cases, I would say 90% of the cases, these individuals were drugged with some sort of drug. That was kind of the MO. Had he not been in power, I feel like I could have been something great. I quit the industry because of what Sean Combs did to me.
The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
It's very clear that a lot of the information that they got was from digital evidence that was taken from the raid.
A lot of the stuff we're reading in this pretty heinous indictment could be on video as proof.
I feel a good 80 to 90% of what we see in the indictment is from video evidence, because it takes time. It takes months to go through that evidence to identify who some of these victims and witnesses are, to reach out to them, to then hope that they will be willing to testify.
Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with hip-hop culture, fashion industry mogul, entrepreneur and cultural icon, finds himself at the center of a legal maelstrom that threatens to unravel his carefully crafted empire of power. The allegations against him paint a disturbing picture, one that stands in stark contrast to the glitz and glamour of his public persona. At the heart of the storm are accusations of sexual misconduct, sex trafficking, abuse and cohort, casting a dark shadow over his legacy and raising profound questions about the power dynamics that permeate the entertainment industry. Combs' ascent to the pinnacle of the music industry is a rags-to-riches story, often lauded as one of ambition and business acumen. From his early days as an intern at Uptown Records to the founding of his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment, his journey embodies the American dream. His influence and power extends far beyond music, encompassing fashion, television, and spirits, making him one of the wealthiest figures in entertainment. Yet, behind the facade of success, a storm has been brewing and a monster seems to peek on from the other end. Whispers of misconduct have long trailed the music mogul back since 1990, but recent events have amplified these allegations, pushing them into the harsh glare of public scrutiny. The accusations are grave, encompassing not only sexual harassment but also far more serious claims of sex trafficking and racketeering. Victims claim to be drugged and then raped. The gravity of these allegations cannot be overstated. They strike at the core of Diddy's carefully cultivated image, threatening to dismantle his reputation and expose a sinister underbelly to his empire. As the legal battle unfolds, the world watches, grappling with the potential downfall of a titan and the far-reaching implications for the entertainment industry as a whole.
So people in Diddy's inner circle could be turning against him?
I think that they may turn against him. It depends on what is being offered to them, because it obviously depends on what their involvement was in these freak-offs, in trafficking individuals across state lines, whether or not the government is willing to accept a plea deal from them.
The legal storm surrounding Diddy centers on a series of allegations that paint a disturbing picture of alleged abuse and exploitation. At the forefront of these claims are accusations of sex trafficking, a serious federal crime that involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to compel someone into commercial sex acts. The accusations suggest a pattern of behavior that extends beyond isolated incidents, hinting at a potentially systemic operation. Further amplifying the gravity of the situation are allegations of racketeering. This involves accusations of Diddy using his companies, Bad Boy Entertainment and Combs Enterprises, as fronts for illicit activities, including sex trafficking and other criminal enterprises. If proven, these allegations could result in severe legal consequences, including substantial fines and lengthy prison sentences. Adding to the complexity of the case are numerous accounts of sexual harassment and assault. These accusations portray a culture of abuse and intimidation, suggesting that Diddy used his power and influence to silence victims and protect himself from accountability. Former employees, aspiring artists, and others within his orbit have come forward with their stories, painting a picture of a man who allegedly used his position to prey on vulnerable individuals. The sheer volume and severity of these allegations have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. Diddy, once celebrated for his entrepreneurial spirit and musical prowess, now faces a fight to salvage his reputation and freedom. The outcome of this legal battle has the potential to reshape not only his legacy, but also the very fabric of the industry he helped build.
Countless victims who we likely won't know the identities of, but my hope is that they get some sense of justice from this.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel.
As the legal storm surrounding Diddy intensifies, whispers of a larger conspiracy have begun to circulate, ensnaring other high-profile figures in its wake. Among those named are two of the most influential names in entertainment: Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z, Beyonce, Usher, Jennifer Lopez, and Justin Bieber. Their alleged involvement, though yet to be proven in a court of law, adds another layer of complexity to an already convoluted case. Allegations against Jay-Z, a close friend and longtime business associate of Diddy, suggest that he may have been aware of, or even complicit in, the alleged misconduct. Their close personal and professional ties, including their joint venture Rockefeller Records, raise questions about what Jay-Z knew and when. The accusations against him range from turning a blind eye to actively participating in the exploitation. Jennifer Lopez's name has also been drawn into the fray, albeit in a less central role. As a former girlfriend of Diddy and a prominent figure in the music industry, her alleged involvement centers around claims that she witnessed or was aware of his behavior. The extent of her knowledge and any potential role she may have played in protecting Diddy or silencing victims remain unclear. It is crucial to note that both Jay-Z and Jennifer Lopez have vehemently denied any wrongdoing. Their legal teams have dismissed the allegations as baseless and defamatory, maintaining their clients' innocence. However, the specter of their alleged involvement casts a long shadow over the case, raising questions about the complicity of those in power and the code of silence that often protects abusers. With ramifications that extend far beyond one individual, affecting everyone who worked alongside or was victimized by the system that allowed the...
I do suspect more people could be caught up in this. I also think that more charges, quite frankly, could be brought against Diddy as they unfold this investigation. And so I think it will be very interesting to see how all of this shakes out. Combs is facing no shorter than life in prison, and I do think that he will be found guilty.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly?